Hey Redeemer, this is Drew. I just wanted to come and give you a little bit of an update. I'm here at home, and that's because we had a positive test in our family, and so we're in quarantine. The kids are out of school. A number of us have had symptoms, and so we've just been laying low. And that is true of a lot of our staff. The majority, with just one or two exceptions, our entire staff is either tested positive and is really sick or is in quarantine. And so, for that reason, and also because we have continued, at least through the beginning of this week, to see our numbers in the church continue to rise, we felt like we had no choice but to cancel in person services again for this coming Sunday, March 7th. And so I just wanted to bring word of that to you. And I know that's hard news for some of you. You know, our elders and our leaders have really been trying to lead the church in and toward both compassion and courage, because we need both of those things, and they're not mutually exclusive. Both of those things need to exist at the same time in everything that we do. And so, for some of you, I know you have really strong opinions about the fact that the church should be gathering in worship, that we shouldn't be letting this derail us, and I admire that in you. But I just want to say, I know this will be hard news for you to hear that we're going to be one more Sunday out of meeting in person, and I just want to appeal to you for compassion. Compassion upon those who are sick, compassion upon those in our church who have lost people they love, compassion on families who have been disrupted, kids out of school and getting behind in their grades, just compassion as we continue to try to show proper concern for the church, that we just not allow more and more people to get sick. And so if that's kind of the way you come at this, please, well, this is a time, it's a discouraging time, and we can really discourage one another. Everybody's battling and fighting and underwater. And so let's be encouraging and compassionate towards one another. But then there are some of you who it's kind of the opposite. You've been very hesitant to return. It's been a year now. Maybe you've still not come back to church, or you were just starting to think about coming back to church, and now this has happened. And I want to appeal to you and say that though we're not meeting this Sunday, we have begun to take every precaution for the Sundays in the future. Beginning on March 14th, we'll be back in person. We have thoroughly cleansed. We hired a commercial cleaning company to cleanse the church. We're going to be in 3 services starting on March 14th, all the way to the end of the year. An 8 o'clock service where we're going to ask people, if you're coming to that service, wear masks. And then the 9 and the 10:30 as usual, but we should be able to be spread out and properly distanced from one another. So we believe that it's possible to come and worship safely. And I want to just call you to courage, that this is a really vital, important time. There are habits that are being formed in these months of not meeting together that can really disrupt and alter a lifetime. And so we're concerned spiritually for the church that we do. And so I want to call the church. I want us to call us to really courageously make it a priority to get back in person together as soon as possible. We've been battling this tension. We believe that for our physical well-being, we need to be able to be gathering as safely as possible, and in this case, not gathering for the sake of letting the virus run its course. That's just per the CDC guidelines, and logistically, our staff, we just don't have the staff to even put on services this weekend. But we also believe that for our spiritual, emotional, just relationship well-being, we need to be gathering. And so in that tension, we've been trying to lead. Pray for us as we continue to try to make good decisions, balancing those two things together. But I just want to say, we believe that it is, that moving forward for these next few months, as there's light at the end of the tunnel, more and more people are being vaccinated every day. We are going above and beyond, doing 3 services now, because we want to remove every obstacle to the church being able to gather together and worship. So if you haven't been in a while, come. Or if you've just been sporadically, let's get back in the habit of being together, because there's a great deal at stake in redeveloping habits that are for our spiritual, emotional, and relational flourishing with one another. We love you. We miss you. We're really sad about the last couple of weeks, particularly because the last week we met together, we saw an increase in attendance. So attendance was increasing, and we were excited about that, and then this happened. So let's not let this derail us. Let's press into one another, continue to reach out to one another, and continue to make a priority of practicing our faith together in person. So hopefully we'll see you March 14th. This coming Sunday we'll have a recorded video that will be made available at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. About to go to the church and do that in a few minutes. But until then, just know we love you. If there's anything we can do for you, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're all sad about this, but let's make the best of it and press it and encourage one another, okay? God bless you. Look for a written update from me later today. And that hopefully if you have any questions, you can get back to us, okay? We'll see you all really soon. Love you.